Hello, welcome to ReactJs for beginners. So this course is especially for the beginners who just want to start with the ReactJs library. Hi, my name is AB, and I have around 2 years of experience in the front-end technologies. So I have been starting this coding journey from 2.5 years of journey. So in this journey, I have learned a lot many things. So, with the help of this course, I will try to explain the all the basic concept of the React.js, which are used to for 0 to 2 years experience only. I don't know how to reach the advanced level because I am not an advanced player, to be kindly speaking. So it is very helpful for the only for the beginners. So what is a React.js? Let's start with what is a React.js. A React.js is the see, a React is a JavaScript library used for building the fast and interactive user interface. Means it is a what React.js is nothing but the JavaScript library which is used for building the fast interactive uh, user interface. So whatever we see in the web applications nowadays in the Facebook, wherever, it is developed by using the React only because a React is a very fast in loading. It doesn't take time in loading because of its some advantages over the previous version. The DOM will not, the virtual DOM will take place here. So it is built upon a single page application. So React is very fast. So React is being used nowadays. So why React? There are so many libraries, but why React is becoming popular? Yes, guys. So React is very popular because first of all, it is easy to understand, easy to write the code, easy to implement and debug also. That's why React has been used. The first number one place is React.js, second is Angular, and third is Vue. So React has many much advantages. So React is being used. Angular is second. Previously Angular were used, but now React is the most common, and Vue is a little bit in the market. So like out of 100, 70 to 80%, 70% are using React, 20% using Angular, 20-30%, and 10% are using Vue. So we should learn the React JS now. So components. What are yes, React is built upon the component. What is a component? A component is nothing but if you see the website, there will be a header, sidebar, main content, sidebar, side navbar, and footer. These are nothing but the components. This is one component, this is one component, this is one component, this. So a React web application is built upon the component. We can say that React is built upon the component based. It is a component based.
Hello guys, in this video I will be telling you how to create your first React app. What is a React app? Why it is called as a component based application, and what is a single page application? What are the advantages of the React.js? So without wasting your time, let's type npx create React app my web app. So enter like this. Once you enter like this, it will start installing the React application. React application, it will get start up getting the React application. So it is now it is installing the React application. So till it get installed the React application, I will tell you what is a React.js. A React.js is nothing but the React.js is nothing but the JavaScript library. It is a JavaScript library which is used for building the it is used for building user user interface UI. So ReactJs is the component biased. Why it is called as a component biased? So when we go and for example, this is one of the website. For example, if we go one of the website, so as you can see, this is nothing but the website consists of the navbar and the content and the it contain the sidebar. So as you can see, this is divided into different parts: navbar, main content, sidebar, and footer. So we can call it as a component based because it is divided into so many components. A React application is built upon the components. Why it is called as a reusable component? For example, if you are using a button 5 times a button, so we can make a single button, and by using the props we can make it as the reusable component. That's why it is called as the component biased. So it is nothing but the component biased. And what is a single page application? Whole website is built upon the single page application, that is nothing but the React is a very fast. What are the advantages of the ReactJs? A ReactJs is a very fast, it doesn't load, that's why it is used in the Facebook as well as the Instagram. It is used in the Facebook and the Instagram, and we can build the reusable component. That is one more advantage. It has a very large community if any issue is there, and the performance issue is also very good. It is good for SEO purpose. That's why React JS is used. So as you can see, our first app is installed. Let's start running the app. So we are inside my app, so we need to go inside the current directory, my web app. Inside, enter, type npm start. When we type npm start, that is a node package module, it will start running our React app. So wait for some time. So as you can see, our app is getting, our development server is, what it should say, as you can see, starting the development server. This is our server. Our first React app is ready now. Okay, this is the React app. Okay, congrats guys. So this is our first React app. So in this React app, as you can see, when we have installed this React app, there are so many files and folders. So I will explain you each and every file and every folder. What does it mean and how it works? Yes. So as you can see, the main app.js, where is the app.js? Yes, here it is. Our UI is coming from here. If we remove everything from here, header to header we shall remove. We don't require this one. Hello world. Okay, now you can see hello world. So we have erased all the data from here, HTML data, and we have typed only hello world. It is rendering hello world. Okay now. So the React app consists of node module folders where all our JavaScript modules will be stored here, and one more file will be public folder and src folder and .git and package log JSON and package.json and readme file. Readme file, it is nothing but how the project need to start. We can write anything, just like about us. You can write here. And package.json, the package.json is nothing but In this, what we will do means all the library will be installed, whichever the library dependencies we have been installed for this application will be shown here. So it is shown here, all the library will be shown here. For example, in this React app, currently we are using React. Yes, we are using React DOM, React Script, Web Vitals. So nothing but whichever extra dependencies we are adding, it will be showing here. Okay, now. So one more thing, whatever the dependencies, for example, we have added the React and React DOM. The complete detail of these dependencies will be written inside here, that is the package-log.json. Git ignore is nothing but whenever we are pushing the code to the GitHub, the following dependencies slash node modules, this one will be ignored when pushing the code, it will be ignored. And as you can see, now these four things are over. One more folder is source folder. Before coming to the source folder, let us go to the public folder. In the public folder, this is nothing the fav icon is nothing but it is just like a logo. In every website there will be at least one single HTML file. So this is our main HTML file, that is the index.html file. From this we are rendering the data or the web page. So what they have taken means they have taken a div and they have added id is equals to root. Now what they have did, this is our logo. As you can see, we can delete these two things, there is no problem. Since we are not using, we can delete this one. Once we are done with this one, yes, index.html file is the main. To add data inside this one, what we are doing means we are targeting this root. How we are targeting? Index.html file is there means the corresponding index.js will be there. So public folder will be over. What we are doing means inside the source folder there is a index.js file. In the index.js file we are importing the React module, React DOM, index.css, app.js. I will be telling you all these things. So we are targeting the document.getHTML by id by root. Where is this root? This root is present inside this one. We are targeting to this root inside our index.js. Document.getHTML by id by root. We are targeting that root and we are storing in this one, that is a root.render. Render is a method by which all our data or all our UI will be inside this one, app.js. React.strict mode, this is a format where we will write. I will tell everything about this one afterwards. So just you need to remember is React app. So this is a app. This is the app from where we are getting this UI. So if index.js is here, let us go to app.js. Here is our app.js. From this only we are getting the UI. Whenever there is app.js, the corresponding app.scss is there. All the app.scss is here. I will erase everything. App.test, ignore this one. Index.css is nothing but it is the where we can add all the styling here. That is for the global thing we can add. This is our logo, we can add, this is a logo, and ignore these things. So finally I have told everything about this installation and what does it mean, everything. So the main work of our is nothing is, this is related to app.js. We need to focus on app.js file only. So since it is a functional component, so one more thing I want to tell here, as you can see, it is a functional component and return bracket this one and this one, hello world. Okay now, so we are importing the how we have to import the CSS means import dot slash
mm, app.scss. So for example, I will show you one thing. App class, let us see. We shall target to this one, and I will add some background color. Background color equals to, okay, class name, border, border equals to 1 pixel solid black. Okay, there is something wrong. We shall find out what is the wrong. So we have written this one. Okay, class name is equals to this one. Uh, so we shall see where is the wrong this one. So in the last video we have seen that how to create our first React app. So in this video I will be telling about some of the things, that is what is a JSX, and what is a styling, how to do styling, what is a inline styling, what is external styling, what is import and export the component, how do we import and export the component. These are the basic things I will be teaching you in this video. So what is a JSX? Yes, as you can see, this is nothing but the JSX. This part is called nothing but the JSX only. Whatever the we are writing here is the JSX. JSX is nothing but the extension of the JavaScript, which looks like JavaScript and the HTML. As you can see, it is look like a HTML. We are wrapping the HTML. If you want to write any function, you can write here. This is where you can write JS. So like this, it is nothing but the JSX. You can denote it as like, for example, when we create a component, call it as components components navbar. Let's say the navbar dot JSX navbar is. So this is our component, one of the component, that is the navbar. So in this is nothing but the JSX. If we import this one to here, app.js, okay, we can import here. Okay, let's wait. Uh, we shall take this one upside. Now see, the navbar is here. Okay, navbar. Okay. So this is nothing but the JSX. JSX is nothing but, whenever the interviewer question asks what is a JSX, JSX is nothing but the extension of JavaScript. Uh, it looks similar to JS. It is a combination of HTML and JavaScript. You can tell like this. Okay, and let's see what is a name, import and export. Name, import and export. See here, this is a one component called as the navbar.
Whenever we are importing to the component, the app.js anywhere, there will be only one default export. This is called the default export. Okay, this is called the default export. For example, header, footer. Let's say this. Let's create the name export. Let's call it as footer. Let's export this one. So now we can export this one directly to any component. Let's go to the app.js, and after the line number 12, let's paste it. Okay, as you can see, footer is imported successfully. So to import the footer, what we have to write, for example, if I remove this one, I can write also like this: import. Whenever there is a name export, so this is a footer of dash components slash footer navbar. So whenever we are importing the name exports, we have to import like this. Okay, so in this way the importer and exports can be done. We are exporting from here and we are importing from here. Okay, so this is the basic thing you have to know in the React. The next thing is inline styling. What are inline styling? Yeah, friends. So inline styling, for example, if I want to style the navbar, there is this, for example, it is a navbar and I want to style it. We can do in internal styling, inline styling, and external styling. So in this one, I will be showing you inline styling. Styles is equals to goodbye. Color is equals to, for example, red. So style, you can see now where whites, once again, styles, I think some issues there. Inline, see, it is correct only. I don't know why it is not getting changed. One second. Style is equals to color is equals to red. Yeah, let's refresh. Now we are importing this number only. Red color styles. Okay. Styles. I made a mistake here. So you can see here our inline style is properly working, and external styling, internal styling can one more type can be done. For example, one more internal styling is this one. For example, if it is like this here, the internal styling can be done like this. Bar color is equals to like this. Same thing. It is a same thing. We are creating a variable called bar colors. We are creating an object. We are importing here. This is called internal styling. Internal styling. Okay, now the external styling we have already done, which is nothing but this one only, app.css. uh, we are connecting to the one more type of styling can be done, that is external styling. Now bar dot scss. So let's take example of this one. So the one more way of styling is external styling, where we already know how to style the external styling. So take a div, for example. If it is a footer, I am taking inside this div. Let's name it as the class name as footer. Okay. Once we name as the footer, we want to style this one. To style this one, we will create a neighbor.scss. In this scss, we can target, means for example, yes, we have to import here that file. Okay, dash dot slash neighbor dot css. Footer is our class name. Let's take the background color as anything. Let's take it as okay, this one, that blue. Okay, as you can see, our background color is reflected, means our external CSS is working fine. You can also use the ESAS. It is a most recommended. If possible, I will tell afterwards. You have to install this package and try to use SASS, because in all the React projects in the companies they use SAS, preprocessor SAS. I will surely tell this one also afterwards. So this is the basic level. I am telling you the basic level first of all, then we shall go to the advanced level. Okay, this is one more type of styling. Hope I have covered most of the topics in this video. And styling over internal external exports over default export, we know. Inline styling, JSX over. So next in this video I will be telling you what are components. Let's create a component just like a button. Components is nothing but the whole website is divided into several components. For example, let's take a example of anything. If there is a website, there will be navbar, main content, sidebar, footer, buttons, etc. For example, let's create a button as the component, and there will be two types of component, that is a stateful component and stateless component. I will be telling you what is the difference between both components. So we have done with this navbar. Navbar, where is this navbar? Okay. Actually we have to take this outside. We should not do like this. For example, it is a footer.jsx. Oh shit. Okay. Sorry. So we are creating a new file in this one, that is footer.jsx. Okay, let's paste here, or let's create this as the default export. Export default footer. So this footer is imported here. Let's import one more time. So yes, footer, yes, now it is perfectly running fine. So let's create a button component, uh, button dot jsx. uh, what to do here, that is a functional component. Okay, this is the button component. So as you can see, this is a button component. I am what I am writing, read more. Let's create this button and import in the app.js. In the app.js, there will be button, we will be importing like this to see more things. Okay, so our button is this one only, but why it is, let's take outside this div. Okay, the our button is ready. In this button, okay, now you able to see the button component. So the main purpose of this video is I want to show what is the component. Component is nothing but the building blocks of the React app. So it might be a button, it might be a footer, it might be navbar, it might be a footer, sidebar, etc. So this is one type of component in the ReactJs. So there will be two types of component mainly. That is a stateful component and stateless component. Stateless component. Okay, now stateful component or stateless component. In the stateful component is nothing but the class-based component are called the stateful components, and nowadays the class components are not being used at all. In most of the projects, in overall everywhere, whichever company I have worked, they are only using the functional component. If there is a class component also, they are replacing the class component into the functional component. Okay, so because functional component is this is a stateless component is nothing but the functional component. Okay, this component which we have written is nothing but the functional component only. I will show you the class component also. So the class component are the stateful component. Yes, it contains the state. We can use a state in the class component, but in the stateless component, that is the functional component, we don't use any state. We don't use any state. Instead of this state, we use the hooks. Hooks are introduced to replace this state. So functional component is mainly used. These are the differences in the class based component and the functional component. Though it is not being used, this class component, but as a beginner you should know the class component, how it behaves. The same process the functional component also behaves. You should know the basics of the class component also. Though it is not getting used nowadays, but you should know how to use the class component. Some companies out of 100, 5 to 10 companies may use still. uh, so we shall go through this class component also in the next video. Let's learn how to create a class component. So I will make a folder here called as, let's call it as class. In this one I will add something like class component. Okay, .jsx. Let's import react, import the react from react class extends component component component. In this one a render is there, and one more is return. Okay, render will be coming. So why it is happening? 1 second. Signature declaration can only be used in the TypeScript. Okay, so as you can see here, what I have done is we have to take this one inside. So now it is completely working fine. So there should be a default export class component, export default class component, and here. Okay, now you can see hello world. Okay, so class component, let's import this component to the app.js file. Let's take here. Let's see now how it is. Yes, hello world is coming now. Means our class component is working fine. So one more thing, here comes one introduction to the state. Yes, as I told you that the class component are the stateful component. It contains a state which is used to store the data. State is nothing but the JavaScript object where key value pairs are kept inside that object. So to insert a state, we should use the constructor and super key. Then we can use this dot state equals to, this is our state. Let's take a message equals to hi, this is AB developer. Okay, or AB technology. So as you can see here, nothing is coming here. Hello world, this is AB technology. I want to insert here dynamically. So to insert that one, what we can do means take a curly braces. Whenever this curly braces is there means it means there we should insert a JavaScript thing. So one more thing I want to tell you, that is whenever we use any type of component, the first name should always be capital L. As you can see, I have used C as the capital C. Always use the component as the capital letter. Wherever you can see footer, footer, never, never. Everywhere it should be capital letter as per norms it is there. So if I want this message to be here, what I can do is this dot state dot message, state dot message. See, this is an object for getting this value. What we can do, this dot state dot message is inside the object. So the property, this is the property, and the value is this one. You can see now, yes, now it is coming. Hi, hello world. Hi, this is AB technology. So this is nothing but the state where we can store the data. For example, if we want to add some more thing, let's say numbers is equals to uh, 10. We can also get this number. So as you can see, there is a error is coming. To fix this error, always remember, if we using the same element or multiple elements, then we should always use the fragments. This is nothing but called the fragment, React fragment. Once we, for example, once we are copying this one, see now there is no error, right? Because if we are using a multiple elements or multiple same things, then we should use the React fragment. It is called a React fragment. And if we want this number value, then what we can do means first we can delete this one. Instead of message we can write numbers. Now you can say hello world, this is a technology, hello world number, hello world 10. So in this way you can create a class component. By using a state also we can operate this one. Okay. So in the last video we have seen how to create a class component and also how to create a state. In this video I will be telling you how to update the state. So to update the state, what we need to do, let's see now. Okay, I want to update this state. Okay, so let's take a block element. In that block element, button components, let us create a button component. On click event, I want to update the state. Which state? The number should increase. This number should increase. So for increasing that number, let's create a name as update this dot update state. Okay, let's call this one update state. Before the render, we have to call this one update state is equals to arrow function. So this dot set state, we need to update the state. So there is a method like this. Okay, what we wanted to update number. Let's copy the number is equals to this dot state whatever this dot state dot number plus 1. So okay, I did one mistake. I need to take this in the object because it is, since it is in the object, we have to take in the object. Let's format this one. So as you can see now, everything is correct now. Update the state. In the update the state, as you can see, okay, whenever a person clicks on this, click here, it should get updated. So let's see. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, as you can see, it is perfectly fine now. How it is get updated? Whenever we click on this click here, it will fire this one, it will trigger to this one. The set state is a method where the previous state number it will take, that is a 10 plus 1, it will become 11. Then again if we click, the 11 it will be 12, 13, 14, like that, so on. So in this way this state works here. So in the next video we shall see what is a uh, what is a life cycle component life cycle methods. We shall see components life cycle methods in the class component. Okay, so guys, in this video we shall see what is a prop, what is the use of these props in the React.js, and it is one of the most important topic in the React. So props is nothing but, one second I will tell you. So props is nothing but, in short it is called, the short form of this one is nothing but props for the properties. Props are nothing but, it is a way of transferring the data from the parent branch parent component to the child component. It is a way of passing the data from the parent component to the child component. They are immutable and provide a mechanism for the component to receive and render the dynamic data. So props are nothing but we can pass the data from the parent to the child. For example, if it is a parent, we can pass the data into the child here, anywhere. I will show you with the help of example. So and one more thing, the props are immutable. The value doesn't change. So let's create one type of props. I will show both type of props, that is which can be written in the class component as well as in the uh, functional component. Let us see first in the class component. So I will name it as class based component class main props. Let's call like this. So for the shortcut for creating the class component is RCC, enter. Class component is ready now. Default class props. Okay, here it is. So always remember, the component name should always start with a capital letter. Okay. For example, if I create this class props, if I import this class props in the app.js, here the app.js will act as the parent component and it will act as a child. Okay, now so 1 minute. Okay, as you can see, hello world class props is coming here. So let's take something back. Okay, after the class props. So this is our component class props. What we have to do, we can pass the data from the parent to the child. Okay, so let's take this is how we let's name it as a name as something. This is class component. This is a class component of props. This is the way of passing. This is the this is props. Let's write a simple. This is props, and to render that one, what we have to do means, since it is a class component, always remember whenever we use class component, this keyword should be used. Dot props dot name. So I will tell you, see now, class, this is props, this is a props. As you can see, the data is coming from the parent component. This is how the props work. So simple, we have to import the class component, and in that component we add a attribute, and just like a HTML attribute is there now, this is a name, this is a property, and its value. This is nothing but our data. We are passing the data whose property is name. So to get that data, what we have to write, the property name we have to write this dot props dot name. This is nothing but we get the value of that. Simple. Okay, so let's in the same way, let's see how it works in the uh, functional props. Let's write functional props. The shortcut key for a functional component is RAFCE. Enter. So remember, whenever we create any type of component, always remember the first letter should be always capital. Functional props. Let's write just like functional props. Copy this one. Let's write here. Now I have imported this functional props. Okay, let's write name as this is ReactJs course. Okay, title. So to write that one, to get that data here, what we have to do? Previously in the class based component, what we were doing, this dot props dot the property name. So here just you have to type two things for to get that data. Right here props. One more is here props dot title. Okay, let's see. Okay guys, as you can see, this is a React.js course. So our props is perfectly working. So this is the parent child, this is the child component where we are passing the data. Here props. So in this way the props work. Props are nothing but it is a way of transferring the data from the parent to the child, and it is immutable, it is not changeable guys. So this is nothing but the props. So guys, welcome. In this video I will be telling you the what are the life cycle methods of the class component. uh, so how it runs, I will be telling you in this video. So I have created a class component. The name of this class component as the class component. In this one I have taken a constructor super. I have taken as this dot state, and just to show you how this flow works, I have written the console dot constructor. To update the state, I have written a function, that is arrow function. This dot set state number equals to number dot this dot set state dot number. Whenever I will tell you component did mode console render. Okay, and this is the UI. Whatever the data I am passing made a separate component counter increment. All the updated data I am transferring to here, that is console dot is this props dot counter. Okay, this is nothing but the component data update. Okay, whenever we click on here this button, it will update the data. That is the counter 10 will be 11 12 like that. So the main thing is the class component lifecycle methods, how it runs the class component, how it runs properly step by step. So as you can see, this is so whenever I reload, what is happening, see here. First, whenever the React application renders, first it will call this one constructor, it will load this one. After then it will load go to here directly render up to here it will run. Then after then it will go to UI. See here, it will go to UI. Then third most thing it will go is nothing. Last is this one component did mount. Okay, as you can see, component did mount. So whenever they ask in the interview what are the component class component lifecycle methods, so you should tell component did mount, component did mount update, component did update, and component did unmount. You have to tell like this, so he will be happy. And you can show the steps also like this. Just for your information, I wrote this one. So how it works means, first it will load this one constructor, then render, then UI, then the component did mount. So when does the component did update will take place? Whenever there is a state update, then component did update will be calling. So as you can see here, there is no component did update. So when I click on here, you can see 10 is becoming 11. Again if I click, it is becoming 12. So here the component did update is getting called, means the component did mount over component did update over now. As you can see, component did update is called now, and component did unmount. A component did unmount takes place when we the mounting of the updation will it will be called only one time at the first time only. Component did mount, it will be called only one time, this component did mount. So component did unmount will take place only when we remove the update. See, component will unmount. So this is nothing but the class component lifecycle methods. There is nothing. Whenever they ask what is the component class component lifecycle methods, sorry. So you have to just tell component did mount, component did update, component did unmount are the lifecycle methods you can tell what is the use of this component did mode. Component did mode is nothing but it will is the first step which take place, in which there we will use the API calling. Whenever we want any API calling, we use in this only. That is nothing but the component did mode. So you can tell like this. Okay. Component did mount, component did update, component did unmount. Hello guys, in this video we shall see what are hooks and why hooks are used and how to use these hooks and where we should use these hooks, and also different types of hooks. Let's see. So hooks are nothing but it is introduced after 16 React 16.8. So hooks are introduced to overcome the issues related to the before using the functional component we were using the class component. In that class component there were state props can be used, but there were issue and also the lifecycle methods, but in functional component we can't use any lifecycle methods, state, all those things. So to overcome that issue, these people has introduced the hooks. The concept of hook is nothing but it will update the state. We can use the state, also apply the life cycle methods in the functional component. So the hooks are introduced, and one more thing, the hooks can only be used in the functional component, can only be used in the functional component. Okay. So some of the rules in the hooks we need to apply is always use the hook before applying. For example, if we are using the use state hook, uh, sorry, one second, use state hook, we should always write at the top of the functional component, and also the user state whenever for importing we have to write at the top, and also when applying we should use after just after the arrow function. So for example, let's start with the hooks, that is use state hooks. Let's take it as use state hook. Let's write the functional component. So import the React from the React first use state hook. Let's write the name as use state hook. Okay, use state hook. This is the arrow function return like this, then comes hello world. Okay, then comes export default use state hook. Okay, this is the basic functional component. So let's before this one, let's import this one in our app.js. Let us import at our app.js. Let's undo everything and comment everything. So as you can see, navbar and footer is there. State hook. Let's import this use state hook in our app.js. Let's see hello what is coming. Yes, okay, fine. Now format the document. Okay, let's go to the use state hook. See, whenever we are importing, let's take one example, that is just we wanted to create a color, and on click it should get the color should get changed. We shall write such a function. So You can see now use state, use state, use state. Just enter this one. Color is okay. First color should be, let's take a string. Okay. So as you can see, I have imported the use state hook here at the top, and just after writing this arrow function before return, we have to always use these use state hooks in the top level. Top level means just below this one. Okay, these are the two conditions you must follow. So hello world, my favorite color is example. Let's take it as example as orange or green, anything. After then we can write, see now my favorite color is orange. Yes. What does it indicates? Use state is nothing but it is used to store the initial. It act like a variable. The first color is nothing correspond to this one. It will store this orange color. This is nothing but the updated state. This contains the updated state. So I will show you. Click here. On click, I want to update the state. Set color is equals to, let's take a function. Set state color will be equals to green. So as you can see now, we are, let's take little space line break. Line break. Let's take a line break. It's working. Line break. On click it should be green. See, the my favorite color is orange. Whenever I click on here, the state is getting updated. This is becoming green. This is nothing but the user state. Okay, so we shall see the one more example in the next video. So in this video, let's take one more example of the use state hook, how to use the use state hook properly. So let's take an example where we shall create a counter machine is equals to 0, counter is equals to 0, and this counter on click it should get updated plus or minus like that. So let's take this one below only. Okay, like this we shall take it as, and let's create a block span button. Let's create a button minus, okay, span 0, one more span plus. So I have created a 3 buttons now. Sorry, 2 buttons plus or minus. As you can see now, what we can do means on click it should get updated. So let's create a state, use state. Okay, snippet. Okay,
So initial count, let's set it as counter. Set counter as first should be 0. The initial, it indicates that the counter variable is 0 now. When we update the set counter, it will update according to our function. So I will write for the plus on click, sorry, it should be under the button plus. So you can see now on click arrow function. Okay, on click arrow function, let us on click this should get updated. For getting update, write like this: set counter is equals to the initial state. Initial state, what is the initial state? 0. 0 plus 1. 0 plus 1. Let's see now. 1 minute. Let's format this one. Okay. Let's see. It's not working. So let's see what is the issue. On click set counter is equals to counter plus 1. I think it is correct. Use state is used properly. Counter. Okay. It is working, but I have not changed this one dynamically. The 0 is there now. Here it is a static. Dynamically I will write here. Now let's see. Plus, yes, it's working now. So in this way we can update the state. Use state is nothing but it is used to store the initial value. Whenever the on click events triggers, it will get update the state. That's why the use state is used. In the same way, let's write a function called as on click function, that is arrow function set counter. Set counter is equal to counter minus 1. Yes, it's working properly fine now. So in this way use state can be used.
So guys, in this video we shall see how to create the use effect and what is the use of the use effect. So whenever there is whenever we want any side effect, then the use effect is used. And mainly in my project I always use this use project while using the API. I will also give the API how to fetch the API using the use effect if possible. Okay, so before that one, the basic example I want to tell you how it works. That is the use effect. Use effect is nothing but after the render, whatever the side effects we can do it. For example, we have taken this use effect. I have created this use effect. That is use effect is equals to document dot title counter is equals to counter. Counter is nothing but the variable that is initial is 0, means here the title name as counter is equals to is coming from here only. So whenever we render this one, this should call. Okay, for now sake we shall undo this one. Okay, so use effect is nothing but after every render it will call this one, it will call. Okay, so as you can see, first I will remove this one. So I got refreshed this one. Whenever it is getting reloaded, it is saying hi. Why it is saying hi? Because on every render it will show is its effect. Alert is equals to hi. I have written, that's why it is showing. So for every render it will uh, it will show is its side effect. So this is the first thing. So sometimes whenever we do some action like this, on click again it is rendering. And again it is rendering use effect. We don't want on every render it should get called. So what we will do at that time, what will happen means we want only one time. As you can see, I am clicking one more time. Counter is equals to plus 2. 2 it is coming, it will come 2. It is called use effect is getting called again. So for every render it is working. So to avoid that one, what we can do is we can add a dependency like dependency is equals to empty array. Now you can see that I will control save. It will come only one time. It will this use effect will run only one time now onwards. Okay, we shall see now. Refresh. Okay, first time it is saying hi. So whenever now see, whenever I am clicking on this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, but it is not rendering. Means it. I have told this function that only render only one time. Because why it is working like that? Because we have added this dependency array ensures that the effect only run. Okay, so it will work only one time because I have kept it as empty. If I want to run only on some condition, whenever something state or that props changes, then only please do run this one. So what I will do is, let's say counter is getting changed. Counter is one type of our state. So whenever there is a change in the counter, then only please do apply it. Let's say. So now you can see. So I am clicking on this one. Counter equals to 1. It is a side effect. Use effect is getting called. Okay, plus 2. 2 is coming because our counter is updating. Based upon counter only, please do update to this use effect. I have told. One more thing, as you can see here, one more on click function is there. Here it is. Here also it is a state. But when I am clicking here, see, here was orange. It has come to green. On click green. So as you can see that this is not getting updated. So this is the fundamental of this one. Whenever there is a counter change only, it will get affected. Okay, and what about this one? So a return statement clean up the function optional. So it is optional thing. Whenever we want, whenever we remove this component, counter component, any component which is getting updated, then this is called performance cleanup action if needed. Console alert. It is nothing but a unmounting. In the life cycle methods of class, there were three things used to happen. What are these things? That is mounting, unmounting, mounting, updating, and unmounting. First one, whatever I told, that is a mounting. Second one is updating is this one, and unmounting is this one. So whenever I delete this one, then it will be called. See, this is the, for example, this is the counter component. I just commented, means I just removed this one. Whenever I remove that particular component, this will be called. See, console component will unmount or update cleanup here. It will unmount. You see, component will unmount or update here. So in this way it works. Hope so you have understood, but still I will take one more example of this use effect with the main practical use of use effect which are generally used in every project. So hope if I get a time I will do the one more video on this, how the use effect is used proper way. So in this video, let's see how to use a map for rendering a list of items from the array of objects.
So it is also important because we use such methods regularly. So I want to clear with this list items also. So as you can see, I have already created a component. Basic data, that is a number of cars we have is in the car. I have taken array. In that array I have taken several objects. In these objects, as you can see, the first ID Ford, second ID BMW. So list of items are there in this format. I will render by using a map condition. So this is a component I have created. This is a car. I have created a car component, and in this one props I am using props dot brand. So whenever I pass any props properties data, it will go inside and will print here. So let us see. I have imported this garbage into here. Sorry, garage into here. Garage to the app.js file and imported here, as you can see. Let's see how does it looks now. Yes, who lives in the garage? Who lives in the garage? AB. Let's render dynamically these car data. Okay. So as you can see, first what I will do means I will take unordered list. In this unordered list there will be the list of items. For this list of items, what I will do, cars dot map method. In this map method there is a item. In this item goes to arrow function. In the arrow function we have to return some component. Which component? Car component I am returning. In this car component, while returning, I will be passing the id as item dot id. If I don't write the id, it will throw an error. I will show that one. And in the brand, because we have placed here as a brand, brand is equals to item dot brand. It will render now. See, if I remove this one, it will throw an error. See here, child list error is that. If I add this one, it will go. Line number 87. So id is there, key. Yeah, actually it is not id, it is key. Like this. Non-unique keys may cause their children to duplicate behavior unsupported. Okay, encounter the children with the same key 3. Once again, what is happening? Yeah, so it should be unique. 5 6. So as you can see now, yeah, and now it is working properly. So in this way you can use. So in this video we shall see the how to create a form in the React app. So I have taken a basic example for creating a form and how the form will be submitted, the form data. Here is a name and the age and the inputs and the submit button. So I have already, what I have did means I have created a folder here in the components, and in that index.jsx file forms. So form I am importing to the app.js. Okay, here app.js I am importing. That everything in this one is rendering here. So what I did, take a label, then input. Take a input, type is a text, because in the name label I want a string. For a string, type as a text, and the name property name equals to username, and the value equals to input dot username. This I will explain. So just what I did, name and the input, here. Here also age and the input, but what is the difference between these two things? Is nothing but the difference between these two things is nothing but here is the text and here is the number. Here is the text, here is the number. Okay, and input submit button, here is the input submit button. On submit it will get cleared. So this is the basic format and HTML. So what will happen means, whenever there is a, what is the value, first value will be empty here as it is defined, and it will be taking the values from the input dot username. So handle change, what is on change, what it is happening means handle change. What we are doing, handle change, e dot target dot name is equals to name. What I have did means, whatever the name is there, put the value wherever the input value changes, put the value here, and e dot target dot value, whatever the value of the corresponding property is there, value I am keeping here. So initially I have taken as the use state to store the initial data. First, whatever the input data I want to store as an object, so I have kept it as an empty object. And whenever there is a on change, any data is changing, I am updating that object. Like this, and that is input is triple dot input means it is a rest operator. What it will do means, whatever the initial data keep as it is, and whichever property is there, corresponding value please do update, like this it is telling. It does mean like this. And on submit, what it is getting means e dot prevent dot default. So it is not going on click. If I remove this one, what it will happen, see question mark username, like this type of thing is coming. To avoid this one, we can delete that one. So now if I click on this one, nothing will happen. So e dot prevent default means whenever we submit the form, it will the URL will get changed. To avoid that change, we use e dot prevent default. Okay, and console, what I did means, I have written a console to get whatever the data is coming I want to see, so that data. And whenever the data, whenever I click on the submit, it get the value should get erased, input value. Second, so 25 for example, ASD. If I click here, what is happening, see here, on submit, the both the input values getting cleared, which is happening because of this only input set input is equals to set input bracket curly braces, that is the object, to make it as empty. On click, empty. And whichever the object we have sent the data, I am consoling here. Let's check what are the data is coming. JS 15. So as you can see here, user age is 25 and username is ASD, as we have typed this one, as you can see, like this. Okay, in this way we can handle the form. It is very easy. Just what you need to do means, on change event you put e dot target dot name, e dot target dot value, and always remember, we have to write like this: name is equal to username and name is equal to user age. So it will dynamically place the value. There is one more method. I will try to, if I get a time, I will try to do that one also, and will explain. that is a little bit bigger in code, but it is easy to understand. For this one, it is dynamically it is updating the data here. Okay, on submit it will get clear the data. Yes, so in this video we shall see the how to create this navbar links and also the routes. Whenever I click on the home page, it will showing the localhost means the home page, and whenever I click on the about us, it will be showing the about us page, about us page or component, anything else. So let's see how I have created this one. So to see this one, what I have did means, first of all you have to import this one, npm install react rotterdam. First we have to install this one, that is react rotterdam. npm install react rotterdam. This way you have to do it. It will install everything. Since I have already installed, so no need to install. As you can see, react rotterdam 6.2 6.20.0. Okay, so after doing this one, see, the main concept is this one. I need to we need to import the route and link from the react rotterdam as a browser router. What I have to do means, router first, router add a router, then what you have to add is routes, and then route. This is the hierarchy. You have to, by default you have to add this way only. For more details you can check in the blogs. So in the route, what we have to do means path is equals to double string of slash. Element is equals to, we can create here uh, element element or the component we can pass here, whichever possible. Some people use the component, or some people use directly like this. So for the basic understanding I just use the elements like this, but usually people will take the components like card components, anything, it might be anything. So like this, route path slash about us. So what it defines means, whenever there is the URL is about us, if the URL is about us, for example, if the URL is about us, please show this element. It means please show this element. As you can see, if I change like this, it will change accordingly. npm so about us page. This is the about us page. Okay, so now you can see, if I change this one, about us page. So what it does means whenever there is a URL about us, please show this one, this element. Whenever there is a slash only, please show this one. Let's create one more route path is equals to slash contact us page. So whenever there is a contact us URL, please show this corresponding this one. This is a for example, we shall tell this is a contact us page. This is a contact us page. Okay, let's see what is the wrong here. Okay, I didn't close this route. Okay, here I have not added any here. It is a link. So what I can do is contact us. See, whenever I add the URL, it is showing contact us page. Okay, means what does it mean? Whenever there is a route, this is nothing but if the URL is contact us, please show this element. So let's see about this one. Never I have imported the component never here. So the component is here. What we have to do means a link tag is there. So what it will do means this is nothing but the just like a list: home, about us, contact us, blog, etc. So whenever we click on this one, what it will do, just it will behave like links. It is nothing but the link. When we click on home, it will go to the this URL. Whenever we click on about us, it will go to the about us page. Let's create uh, one more link. Okay, okay, slash contact us contact us link. Means what I am doing is I will show you contact us. I have created a link. Whenever a person click on this contact us, he should go to contact us link. If the contact us link is this, the corresponding element, the contact us is this, it will show corresponding this element. It is the funda basic group. See here, now I am clicking on contact us, it is showing contact us. Now I am clicking on home, it is showing us a home page. We are clicking on about us, it will go to the about us page, and contact us. So in this way the routes and the links have been used in the React app. It is a very easy concept. So in this way you can do the routing, and all the CSS of this navbar I have taken here. That is the universal the boundary should be universal selector. It is a that is then what I did means margin is equals to 0, padding is equals to 0. This means I have here all this. CSS is very easy. Okay, you can see I have taken this as the class name as the navbar. For the navbar, what I did, background is equals to yellow, color is inside color will be black, yellow, inside color should be black, uh, and ul unordered list, that is a display flags. It is a horizontal because of display flags border yellow 1 pixel I have added, can remove now. List style none, that is a circular bar coming, so list style none, padding 10 pixel, ULLI margin right side is 20 pixel. Means for every list I have taken right side as the 20 pixel margin. So in this way the routes work.